This cigar lounge is a Maverick blind, and the same company makes a floor base for it. It's more sturdy than just being attached to the ground, and it raises the blind off the ground a few inches. You have to get your own plywood for it, but it's not a problem. It's easy to cut out the dimensions and attach it. The blind itself, it's a sturdy blind, it's a solid blind, and it's round. I wanted I wanted it to be solid for the wind and round to help deflect the wind. It doesn't have like a solid flat base that the wind's blowing against. The price, it's worth the price if you got the money. Now I went with brown versus the black or the green because I was going to paint it white, because the rest of the buildings on the property are white. I wanted it to kind of blend in, and I was also thinking the brown, it's going to be easier to paint white, and maybe the white has something to do with the heat. Maybe it's not going to absorb as much heat as a darker color. The windows, you can choose tinted or clear. I figured maybe the tinted windows might help also with the heat, but mostly it was because it was going to be white, and with black windows, I figured that was just going to look cool, and it turned out it looks pretty cool. The assembly, it arrives in two halves. The assembly is pretty easy. You and a friend put it together in an hour or two. That's including putting the two halves together and installing all the windows, the trim around the door, the handles on the door. All of it is pretty self-explanatory, very easy to do. You can see that the floor base raises it off the ground a few inches. Might be good for little critters. I also took a ratchet strap and wrapped it all the way around it, just for a little extra security. Holding it down, you got it attached to the ground, and it's got something pulling it down. I also took those dog leash anchors that I used on the ice fishing shelter, and that's what I have this secured to the ground with also. There's my Vanna White. Now, like I said, we're going to paint it brown, or paint it white. I figured the brown would be easiest to paint over versus the black or the green. Regular outdoor paint, I don't remember. I just went to a hardware store and bought some white paint, and wiped it down, got the dirt and stuff off of it, and started painting it, and painted it in the afternoon after work, and it was pretty easy. Of course, right now as I'm recording this, the audio, it's been sitting out there for a year now, and very little chipping. So if I still had that paint can, maybe I'd be able to tell you what exact paint I bought, but I'm pretty sure any outdoor paint for plastic, pretty easy to find at your local hardware store. I'm pretty sure it only took one can of paint. I don't remember buying any more than that. I think it was just one can of paint, and that's all I put on it. The strap tends to scrape away the paint where the strap is going across the blind at. So that might be a problem for you. I think I've done a few touch-ups, but you know, it's paint, man. It's it's sitting outside in the weather, but figure out your paint. And I think I was right. It does look pretty sharp with the white and the black windows and the black trim going around the door. I think it looks pretty sharp. People have called it my Apollo lander or my spaceship. I just think it looks really cool. As you can tell, it's pretty spacious inside for one person. Plenty of room for two, but mostly comfortable for one person. Now, decorating your cigar lounge, I take multiple pictures of my cigars, little toast pictures of the cigar and the whiskey, and pictures that I really like. I actually go to Amazon and have them printed onto metal signs, and that's what you're seeing here. The pictures are on a metal sign, and then I attach it to the blind with Chicago screws, or you could use rivets, and then you just take some caulking and put it on the back side, on the outside, and I haven't had issues with water or anything coming out there.
Take it real soon. You know we got what you need, baby. So take it, move along. I said we got what you need, honey. Come and groove along. Come on. Rolling on the highway, you know. Wow. Come on, and move it on. Come on, said babe. I said babe. Oh honey, come and move along. You gotta feel it, yeah. You gotta move along. You gotta feel it.
What I'm trying to show here is the blind has 9 windows, and if you open up the right configuration of windows, you can get the wind to just suck the smoke right out of it. And it's kind of hard to see on these clips that I show here, but that's what I'm trying to show, is that the wind will just blow right across that window and just suck the smoke right out. It works perfectly. You just got to figure out the right configuration. So you might open up different windows to figure out what you need to do and the direction of the wind. But you'll figure it out.
Come on, groove along. I said, baby, I know you're on a roll. Sweet honey, let's take it real slow. You know we got what you need, baby, so take it, move along. I said we got what you need.
We moved the cigar lounge from here, way out in the yard, to here, closer to the house. This is the first snow of 2023, November 26th. What I have inside is a propane heater. You can see the propane tank just underneath my right arm there, just underneath the table. The heater is right underneath the table, just out of frame. And if you notice, that blanket that I have is very close to that heater. So that was not very smart, and I got rid of that pretty quickly. What I eventually did was I have my regular smoking jacket, and then I have a winter coat liner. And I would wear that liner on the outside of my coat. And then when I go out, I take that liner off, leaving the coat on, and I would just wrap that liner around my legs, and that kept me pretty warm, just like a blanket would. here, I know it's a little dark, but I'm going to show you it is snowing outside. I'm going to have a spotlight here. You can hopefully see how much snow is on the ground. It's at night, snowing, but I'm sitting nice and pretty, perfectly warm inside, nice and comfortable. Out of the wind, out of the cold. Works pretty good. That wind will find anywhere to come through, I guess. Damn. I don't know if that was like frozen condensation or where the wind was coming in, but it was extremely windy and extremely cold. So I guess that can be remedied with some caulking going through their rain seal that they have on it. But either way, you see it right there. I had little piles of snow inside. But that was the only time that happened, and that was on a very, as you can see, a very snowy night. So that was all that made it in. I'm satisfied with that.